How to re-register your society on the Incorporated Societies Register website. If you're an existing user and have previously used the Incorporated Societies Register on behalf of your society, your RealMe and account information will remain the same. To use the Incorporated Societies Register to re-register your society under the Incorporated Societies Act 2022, you will need to 1. Log in with RealMe using your RealMe username and password. 2. Have an account. And 3. Have authority over the incorporated society you are acting for. If you already have authority over your society, it's important to use your existing RealMe. Step 1. Visit societies.gov.nz. On the home page, click on the Help Centre menu option. This will take you to the Help Centre page. Step 2. Click the Help topic, Keeping Society Details Up to Date. Step 3. You will need to click on the Confirming Your Authority to Manage Information option, and you will need to select one of the 4 available options to gain authority over your society. If you have authority and you are ready to start re-registering, you will need to have 1. A copy of your society's approved constitution, compliant with the new 2022 Act. 2. Contact name, physical address, email address, and phone number of a contact person. You can have up to 3 contact people. And finally, name and address of the society's officers. You'll need a minimum of 3 who have consented and certified in writing that they meet the criteria to be an officer. Once you have this information, go to the Incorporated Societies Register website at societies.gov.nz. On the home page, click the Login button. In the Login with RealMe area on the left, enter your RealMe username and password. This will take you to your dashboard. Under My Businesses, you will find the societies you hold authority for. If you have forgotten your RealMe details, select either the Forgot Username or Forgot Password option. If you need help to gain access to RealMe linked to your society, call the RealMe Help Desk on 0508 633 564. Using your dashboard. Once you've logged in, on your dashboard you will see the following. Listed under My Businesses, you will see societies you hold authority for. My Incomplete Tasks. This contains any tasks you've saved but have not completed. My Completed Tasks. This lists all the tasks that you have completed. And My Reminders, which is a list of reminders sent to you. Click on the name of the society you are wanting to re-register. You will be taken to the View Details page. On the right of the page, under the Maintain Incorporated Society menu option, select the down arrow. In the drop-down menu, click on Re-register under 2022 Act. You will be taken to a page where you complete your society's re-registration application. Adding general details. Throughout this application, you will see red asterisks. This means these are mandatory fields. You may also note that there are question marks beside some fields. You can click on the question mark icons to read the help text. Under the General Details section, there are several things you'll need to do. Step 1. Confirm that your society has 10 or more members by selecting the Yes option. Then continue to the Proposed Constitution part. Step 2. Under Proposed Constitution, click the Upload button and upload a copy of your Constitution. You must upload a Constitution to continue with your application. Your society's Constitution must comply with the 2022 Act and be approved by the society's members. Once you have uploaded the Constitution, it will appear like this. Step 3. You will now need to check your balance date. If the balance date populated is correct, continue to Step 4. If the balance date is incorrect, select the down arrow and select the correct balance date. Step 4. There is an option to provide any documents that support your application. This is optional. Use the Upload button to upload any additional documents. Step 5. Enter signatory details. As the person making the application on behalf of the Society, you will need to provide your name and select your designation from the drop-down list. The date will populate automatically. Step 6. You will need to certify the application by ticking the box to the left, confirming the 2 listed statements. After you've done this, click on the Next Step Addresses button. If you use the Save and Exit button at this point, you will then need to click on the OK button and your application will be saved. Should you close your browser without saving your application, it will not be saved and you will need to start again. Getting back to your saved application. The following steps set out how to get back to your saved application, otherwise continue to addresses. To continue with your saved application, return to your dashboard. On your dashboard, under My Incomplete Tasks, select your saved application. This will take you back to where you left off. Adding or updating addresses. In this step, you will be able to update existing address details or add details of new addresses. On the Addresses page, addresses currently on record for the Society, e.g. your registered office and communication address, will populate automatically. If any of these details are not recorded or are incorrect, you will need to update them. To add these details, click on the Add button to the left of the page. Step 2. Check the address for your registered office. To add this address, click on the Add button under the heading. It must be a physical address, not a postal address. Step 3. Click on the Done button. Step 4. Check the addresses for communication. This isn't made public. We'll use it if we need to send letters to your Society. Choose an address that is actively monitored by someone in your Society. To update this address, click on the Add button under the heading Addresses for Communication. Step 5. Click on the Copy Registered Office button if the address is the same as the registered office address, or add a new address and click on the Done button. If you have made an error, you can either remove or edit the address using the Edit or Remove buttons on the right. Once you've entered the correct details, save the addresses by clicking on the Done button. Adding or updating contact person's details. Societies must have at least one contact person. Their details are only for the registrar to use. They won't be made publicly available. In this step, you will be able to update existing contact person's details or add details of new contact persons. Under Contact Person Details, you will need to provide details of at least one person and a maximum of 3. Click on the Add a Contact Person button. This will take you to a form to complete, where you will need to provide the name and address of each contact person, as well as their email address, a phone number, which is optional, and the start date. Once you've entered these details, click on the Done button. Note, to edit or remove the contact person's details, click on either Edit Contact Person or Remove Contact Person buttons on the right. If you receive an error message after clicking on the Next Step Offices buttons, you've likely missed something, so scroll up the page to find what's missing. To add another contact person, click on the Add Another Contact Person button at the top, repeating the same steps. Once you've added the details for all contact persons, click on the Next Step Offices button. Adding or updating officers' details. In this step, you will be able to update existing officers' details or add details of new officers of the Society. You must have a minimum of 3 officers. If you use the Save and Exit button at this point, you will then need to click on the OK button and your application will be saved. Should you close your browser without saving your application, it will not be saved and you will need to start again. If the officer is no longer an officer of your society, you will need to use the Cease button at the bottom of the page. A society must still have at least 3 officers. Step 1. If you need to update details of an existing officer, select the officer and click on the Edit Officer button on the right. On this page, you will need to confirm if the officer is a member of the society by selecting the Yes or No option. The majority of your committee must be members of the society or representatives of a body corporate that is a member of the society. The start date for the officers will be the date on which you submit the application for your society's re-registration. The officer type pre-populates with the Society Officer option. If you are a registered union, you can select the down arrow to the right of this question so that you can also add a registered union contact if required. If you are adding a new officer, click on the Add Another Officer button on the left. If you, as the applicant, are an officer, you can click on the Add Me as an Officer button at the top. You will need to confirm if an officer is a member of the society by selecting the Yes or No option. Then review that all contact information is correct or update any incorrect information. For each officer, you'll need to confirm that they have certified that they are not disqualified and that they consent to being an officer. By ticking the box at the bottom left, you are certifying the 2 statements. Then click on the Done button. You will need to repeat these steps for each officer. Once you've added all officers, click on the Next Step Review button at the bottom of the page. If you receive an error message after clicking on the Next Step Review button, you've likely missed something, so scroll up the page to find out what's missing. Click on the Edit Officer button on the right of the page, update the required fields, and click on the Done button under the date and certification fields. Reviewing and submitting your application. On the review page, under the Application to Re-register as an Incorporated Society heading, carefully review all the details you've provided. If you need to edit any of the information prior to applying, click on the Edit button to the right of the section you need to update. You will not be able to make changes to your application after you click on the Apply button. If all the information is correct, click on the Apply button at the bottom right of the page. If you think you've made an error in the information you've provided and you've clicked on the Apply button, you will need to call us on 0508 762 438. What happens once you've applied for re-registration? We will email you a confirmation of your society's re-registration within 3 working days. The email will contain a copy of your society's certificate confirming its registration under the 2022 Act. For more information, go to our Law Changes Hub on our website societies.gov.nz. If you have any questions about the law changes, you can email us at engage@societies.gov.nz.